With each child in Adams County, we have an opportunity to help that young person grow into a responsible member of society. The costs of failure are great and sometimes tragic. The benefit of success with the young person goes beyond their personal achievements. It is a success and benefit for the community in which they live. Adams County Youth Initiative, working together from cradle to career to build a better tomorrow.
The Adams County Youth Initiative is a countywide collaborative aimed at increasing high school graduation rates, decreasing delinquency, and decreasing substance use using evidence-based programs and practices.
If there's one vision of the Adams County Youth Initiative, one spot that I can tell you explains what we're trying to do, it's the corner of 19th Street in Brighton. On that particular corner, you can look to your left and see a Boys and Girls Club that filled up with over 200 participants as soon as it opened. And across the street to your left is the elementary school, where often those kids are coming to the Boys and Girls Club. But also on the other side of 19th Street, you have the coroner's office and you have the county jail. So as you stand on that corner, you have to ask yourself, how are we going to invest our resources? What is the best way for a dollar spent to make our community safer and give these kids a chance? The Adams County Youth Initiative was put together because problems that our kids and our families face aren't school problems, they're community problems. Some examples of that were the highest period of juvenile crime is in the after-school hours. The problem with high school graduation rate is that the kids that don't graduate high school enter the justice system, my system, at a 50% greater rate. Substance abuse is something that is also done in the after-school hours, and it has a huge impact on the graduation rate and the success of that kid, and we all pay for it.
The Adams County Youth Initiative is about putting what works into practice at a large scale. And the only way that that is possible to do is by bringing together cross-sector partners.
ACYI is the convener, the pusher that says, let's get together and talk, but let's go beyond talking. Let's focus really on some different outcomes.
There are 26 various agencies working together, which is unprecedented.
The problem was that all of us in our individual systems were trying to address these issues as individuals. I was trying to keep kids out of the system or turn them around when they entered the system. Schools were trying to keep the kids in schools. Faith-based communities were trying to teach the kids character and have them have success, not only in school but in life. What the Youth Initiative said was, we can do this better if we work together.
When you have law enforcement and social services and education and mental health support all at the table, trying to figure out exactly how we can not only help students, but also help their parents to decrease risk factors so that they're more likely to graduate from high school and then go on to post-secondary education. It works very effectively for students.
The leadership of the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment values the work of the Adams County Youth Initiative because of the commitment to honoring the voice of families and youth to make their community a better place.
So by bringing all these partners together who all share the same goal of increasing high school graduation rates and student success, we are able to have a much greater impact than we ever could individually.
After the partnership was put together, we focused on having data-based decisions and evidence-based responses. And because of that focus and because of the broad partnership that we had in the Adams County Youth Initiative, we were able to get an $8 million federal grant for Safe School Healthy Students.
We're very proud in the Office of Safe and Drug-Free Schools to support the Adams County Youth Initiative with one of our Safe Schools Healthy Students grants. And frankly, we think the Adams County Youth Initiative is doing everything right. They have the right players at the table, they're setting clear goals, they're involving the young people themselves. They have in place all of the elements of a successful youth initiative.
We've done great things over the last 8 years, but this year in 2012, that grant runs out. And we've got to make sure this partnership sticks around.
One of the ways that the Adams County Youth Initiative supports our partners is by collecting relevant data related to student success. And the primary way that we collect that data is through the Adams County Youth Initiative Student Survey. This survey is the largest student survey of student well-being that we have in the state of Colorado. We survey over 27,000 students each year.
What it actually did was look at different school safety factors. So it asked students questions around bullying, for example, asked them questions around substance abuse.
We were able to express what we got from our youth forums to the Adams County Youth Initiative, and that allowed them to improve the survey because they had a better understanding of what the youth were perceiving their questions as meaning and what we actually thought we could answer.
I was able to take that data, present it to staff, and really use it in school improvement planning. So that collaborative really allowed for a school level to look and compare data from last year around how we're doing around school safety issues.
Adams County's Cradle to Career goals are that every child starts school ready to learn, every child succeeds in school, every child thrives and contributes to their home, school, and community, and that every young adult is profession ready.
We view high school graduation rates as a developmental milestone that actually begins before kids are born.
If we're going to be successful with these kids and with their families, we have to intervene early and continuously. We got to start when they're born, in fact, before they're born, with the nurse-family partnership programs, hooking up with single young women and providing them the right kind of health care and good information about birthing in early childhood. We need to make sure that these same kids and all our kids show up for kindergarten and first grade without a learning gap and already behind the kids to their left or to the right. That they successfully go into middle school and high school and don't abuse substances and don't get into trouble with the justice system. This Cradle to Career is a success strategy from the time the child is born until the kid graduates and hopefully goes on to college.
So every dollar we spend from the federal level on an initiative like the Adams County Youth Initiative, we know saves us hundreds, if not thousands of dollars later in money that we'd have to be spending on programs such as criminal law enforcement.
We want to keep people out of the criminal justice area, and one way to do that is developing these working relationships, the collaboration process, the problem solving, problem identification, and nipping things in the bud early on.
I'm very hopeful that the great start that has been made possible by the Safe Schools Healthy Students Grant is something that people across the county will embrace and will support Adams County Youth Initiative for years to come, because the work is just beginning.
I am delighted with the success that ACOI has shown. We've seen the crime rate go down. Juvenile crime rate's down by over 35% in Adams County, and even a bigger decrease for violent crimes involving weapons. My hope and my dream is that ACOI is going to be successful in the future, because when a kid graduates, it's not only that kid and his family that wins, our community wins.